Hello, in this video we are going to be focusing on Sanford Harmony Lesson 5.1, What Makes a Friend? Friendships are important. It's fun to have friends who are both similar to and different from us. We can learn from friends who are different from us. Many of you might have heard the expression opposites attract. Well, that is the same thing for friendships. Many times you will find that you might have friends who are very different from you. And sometimes those friends that are very different might be the best of friends and form a very, very special friendship. Friends are important throughout our lives, but the personal characteristics that make a good friend and what we like to do with them for fun could change. Personal characteristics are qualities or traits. For example, what personal characteristics should teachers have? Teachers should be hardworking, smart, honest, good with kids, responsible, fun. Now, these are just a few characteristics of teachers. Students have friends who are both similar and different from themselves. There are benefits to having friends who are both similar and different. In today's activity, we are going to be answering a series of questions about friendships. Now, there is no right or wrong answer. In fact, write the response that honestly reflects how you think about friendships. Now, this is a two-part lesson. Part one is going to look like this. You are going to click the link in your Google Classroom, and it's going to direct you to a Google Forms activity. It's part one, what makes a good friend. You are first going to read through the items in the characteristics column. Select the you column if the item is true for you. Select the friend column if the characteristic is what you look for in a friend. If it doesn't matter whether or not your friend has a certain characteristic, select DM for doesn't matter. You can select more than one response for each characteristic. Now, as a reminder, there's no right or wrong answer. I want you to honestly think about each of these questions. So as always, you first put your name, and here are all the characteristics. So for example, enjoys watching TV. Well, is that a characteristic about you? Or something special that you want in a friend? Or it doesn't really matter. Now, you can select both. Maybe you might feel you want that for a friend and yourself, or you might say, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Like spaghetti and meatballs, you do the same thing. Is it a girl, cranky, trustworthy, artistic, likes playing video games, curly hair, soccer player, smart, shy, boy, speaks Spanish, musical, likes animals, loves cookie dough ice cream, bossy, friendly, was born in the same state, has an older brother, good at math, good sense of humor, nice, tall, and short-tempered. So please answer each one of these. Go through each characteristic and ask yourself, is that a characteristic about yourself? Is it something special that you really want a friend to have? Or maybe it doesn't matter and you're not thinking about that when you're finding a friend. So you're going to first do part one. Then later this week, you're going to complete part two. Also, what makes a good friend? This time it's going to ask you something a little bit different. Friends can have similar and different characteristics than you. It is important to recognize what makes a good friend. Complete each sentence below. There is no right or wrong answer. Write the response that honestly reflects how you think about friendships. Now, the first questions are going to say, I like friends who are, and you're going to fill in the blank. And notice it asks this 4 times. It's the same question because for each question, think about 4 different characteristics, 4 different things, 4 different qualities that you would like in a friend. I like friends who are nice, athletic, similar or different qualities that I share, are hardworking. Think about things that are special that your friends have and that you would like to have in a good friend. Maybe they're caring, they're trustworthy, they're honest. Think about characteristics that you think is really, really special that your friend should have and characteristics that describe a good friend. Then I asked you 4 times again, I like to blank with my friends. What do you like to do with your friends? Think about positive things that you do with your friends or things that you would like to do with a friend. So think about 4 different things that you would like to do with a friend or things that you do enjoy doing with friends. So go through this, and again, there's no right or wrong answer, but it is very important to reflect on this and reflect on learning about what makes a good friend. So again, these are just some more examples, part 1 and then part 2 of these instructions. And I hope that you recognize that friends definitely have similar and different characteristics than you do. Just because somebody is different doesn't mean that they're not a good friend. And it's very, very important that you're able to recognize and identify good characteristics of a good friend. So that way you can form positive relationships and friendships with people around you.